ELI5. Why does the economy require to keep growing each year in order to succeed? In addition to the very important economic factors, there's also an element of the social contract that comes into play. Things are expected to get better in the long run. People get up and go to work every day with the tacit understanding that they're working towards a more prosperous world. Very few people are satisfied enough with the status of their lives to be enthused by the promise of stagnation. Your question is similar to why there is inflation. TLDR: you need to give your citizens a reason to continue paying for goods and investing in companies. In a deflated economy, people will hold on to their money and not spend it knowing they can buy it for cheaper in the future. A steady inflation is beneficial to most world economies. It shouldn't matter. If the economy shrunk but wealth was distributed more fairly, the world would be a better place. The problem is that our society isn't built that way, and everyone just cares about GDP growth, even if the extra is all held by 10 people. Because governments and large institutions have borrowed against that future growth, and our retirement accounts are invested in that future growth. Couple of reasons why growth is preferable. 1. The population is growing. With more people, you need more of everything to keep them comfortable. 2. Getting nicer things. Smartphones didn't exist 20 years ago. MRIs, satellites, thin TVs. All these things are as a result of economic growth. If the economy stops growing, we don't get more new stuff. Capitalism requires growth because shareholders expect a return on their stock investment. If the workers owned the companies they work for, the profits would be distributed to them, and companies would do what's best for the workers instead of sacrificing everything to boost short-term profits in order to satisfy shareholders. Because they want to always have inflation. It's all to complicate the system, so most people won't be able to understand how much of value of your productivity goes to the people at the top. The pessimistic answer is growth of stock market value is required to provide retirement income in an absurd multinational Ponzi scheme, while at the same time provide low, no-effort income to the wealthy investment class. So it is made to grow at the expense of the labor class. It's because the economy is built on a series of contracts, many of which require interest payments. The more you burden an economy with interest, the more likely it is to need growth to satisfy those contracts. The modern economy is built on a house of cards that is debt. Because the rich get richer, it is most important that the rich continue to increase their wealth. And a growing economy does that. The rich control the world. The messaging. You and me. It could if it was not for greed. This is a question I had that lead me to that answer. Every year, every company adjusts prices, and they normally go up 50 cents to $1 every year. But wages don't. Capitalist economies only exist because people are constantly producing and buying things they don't actually need. If we all became Buddhist monks who were content with just the basics, the economy would immediately collapse and we'd have another Great Depression. So yes, we need to keep the rat race going, or else we'll face complete economic ruin. Besides the population growth aspect, there's also a human psychological want to have more. There's an inherent drive to want more wealth or material objects over time. So the economic growth also partly reflects those human desires. Simple answer. Shareholders. They require quarterly growth in profits so they can make money. Simply making the same profit each year isn't enough. I think it is propaganda from a class of people that live off of stock market activity. Wall Street versus Main Street. They act like Wall Street's health is some kind of indicator of average per capita buying power. But it's not. At least not anymore. They need the growth to be able to siphon off money for themselves. They tell us we need the stock market to grow so that we keep buying. And also so we keep investing. So they can manipulate stocks even more. Growth is good because it should lead to less poverty. It also makes the country stronger and more secure. This is important because at the end of the day, each country, regardless of politics, must take care of itself and its people. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.